Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Megan, and I'm going to be doing a weekend energy check-in for the Twin Flame connections. I was originally going to tune in with the Divine Masculine Collective and kind of check in with them specifically. As more and more Divine Masculines wake up, I've been feeling called to be supportive to that energy, but because there's such unique things going on at this moment energetically, I was guided to also include the Divine Feminine in this check-in, as well as the union energies. So I think we'll actually start with the union energies to see what is going on, and then we may dive in a little bit deeper. So calling on the guides, ancestors, ascended masters, and galactic family who wish to be present for this reading, helping me be a pure channel of light, delivering the messages we need to hear most in truth and in love. Thank you, and so it is. I'm gonna get this ash off my table. Oh, you know what? I need to get my water, so give me just a moment. I hope you guys are having a beautiful weekend so far, the beginning of it anyways. I've been feeling a real need to rest and recuperate and recharge. And I feel that's definitely something coming up, especially for the Divine Feminines, as the Divine Masculines are deep in their healing and awakening at this moment. It feels that the Divine Feminines are kind of assisting the masculines through this process by transmuting heavier, denser energy. So you may be feeling emotional, you may be feeling sensitive as a Divine Feminine. You may be feeling pretty just tired for no real reason. So maybe you're not necessarily feeling that emotional, but you're feeling pretty low energy. And then the masculines, you guys are deep in a death cycle, a letting go, purging, transformation, riding that wave. The best advice I can give on that process, Divine Masculines, is to surrender to spirit, isolate yourself, which I feel like you guys have been, be in that hermit mode. You got to protect your energy because you are very, very vulnerable. And yeah, it's really about taking care of your energetic space and environment. All right, Spirit, give me a little bit more energy for the union energy at this time. We're gonna shuffle that again. All right, let's see. Do I want to take one more? Oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay, we'll stop here, and I just have to point to we're getting the thinking woman on the bottom of the deck, and we're also getting the thinking man. So here we have the divine union, the counterparts, in their heads. All up in their heads. Where can I set that so you guys can see it, but it's out of my way? Okay, beautiful. Quite a few energies here. Yeah, so there's some indecision in the union energy at this time. You may have been feeling a disconnect from your twin as well in the astral, in the dream space. Dreams, I don't think have slowed down. I feel like the dreams have been really heavy, really hot and heavy lately. There's been a lot of activity there. However, there seems to have been a disconnect between the twins in dream space. So perhaps you were in a period of connecting every night, and then all of a sudden it's been kind of quiet. And it's because there is this like at odds energy. So it's almost like the twins are facing away from each other at this time. The Divine Feminines, many Divine Feminines are in a place of deciding which road to keep traveling on. So I feel that for many Divine Feminines, what's coming up at this time is, do I stay in this dynamic and wait for this potential new beginning, Or do I create my own new beginning somewhere else, with someone else, doing something else? Because the divine feminines have been on this journey for a while. And granted, the masculines just joined the journey. They did. They just joined through their awakening, through spirit allowing the sleeping beauties to wake up. And that is not meant to be condescending, divine masculines. That is the most endearing term that spirit has used to refer to you on this journey. So please don't be offended. We love you here. But there is this beautiful caring connection in the union energy. It's love. So what I feel is that every action, every step that you take in this moment in time, that both twins are taking at this moment in time, is for the connection. It is for this union. So it may look like they are taking steps away from each other at this time. It may look like there's a disconnect, but that disconnect is for union. It is because this energy of this connection is so strong. And there's so much love here. I really feel the energy from this read so far. There's so much love here. I mean, even just in the mirroring the counterparts, the thinking woman, the thinking man. And I also will say the energy of these cards, it's very much about coming through the dark, coming through the haze, learning, acquiring knowledge, and now stepping into this role as a leader and a counselor. It's like the teacher awakens is what I'm hearing. So both twins are actually really getting ready to step into these leadership roles as the teachers together, side by side. You know, he's looking towards her and she's kind of almost looking back over her shoulder. It's like she was walking away, but then she pauses and she looks back over her shoulder, and here is he kind of with his body language towards her. And that's really, really tells a lot, actually. That is what is going on in these connections. The divine masculine was running away for a very long time. They were going in the very, very opposite direction. And the divine feminine was staying steadfast. She was really trusting. She was holding out. She was working with spirit. She was growing. She was healing. She was evolving. She was doing her work. And there felt like this big promise of a new beginning coming through, and then some setbacks and disappointments occurred, perhaps in the 3D, perhaps very, in the material world, meeting up with each other, and the same shit occurred, the same deception, the same lies, the same whatever. I don't know. Fill in the blank of what feels resonant for you of what happened in your unique personal twin flame journey and story. And so it caused like a dark night of the soul for the divine feminine. The divine feminine being like, well, I don't know if I even want to be on this journey anymore. There's another journey that's calling my name. I want to look. She even has her bags packed, and there's all these like signposts of which direction to go. So it feels like there's been indecision for the divine feminine around which direction am I going to move at this time? Am I moving away from my divine masculine, or am I going to move towards him? But at the same time, she can really feel him awakening. She can feel this love. She can feel him turning towards her, coming closer. But there's still this feeling of, I've been promised this before, I've been told this before, I felt this new beginning coming on before, and then it didn't happen. You know, some of you watching have been on this journey for years and years and years. And there is this point where everyone has to decide, do I want to go and learn with someone else? And it's not giving up on your twin. It's not giving up on this connection. It's, do you feel you have more learning and exploring to do with someone else? Do you feel that being in relationship or connection with a soulmate could enrich your life at this time? Spirit is saying there is nothing that could pull you away from this twin. There is nothing that could pull this union, that could deter this union. Spirit has intervened. Spirit is a part of this at this time, really coming through. And this awakening for the divine masculine is obviously all spirit inspired. And so I think a big thing that spirit wants me to convey, especially to the divine feminines at this time, is that you can't mess it up. You can't get in the way of your union at this point. It's already on the fast track. It's already coming forward. Look, I didn't even notice we have strategy that was below the thinking woman. So in these union energies, there's a lot of thought, there's a lot of thinking, there's a lot of kind of figuring out priorities, which direction we want to go, where we're moving next, and why. But you can't mess it up, Divine Feminines. If you are being presented with new opportunities, new beginnings somewhere else, and you're really authentically, truthfully, honestly being called to it, then that's a part of your journey, and it only brings you closer to your twin. And your twin is given the go-ahead. Your twin, the Divine Masculines, as much as it might hurt in their material 3D selves, they want you to be happy because there's all this love. The message I've been getting is they've almost been protecting you from themselves at this time. As they're going through this transformation, this death, this awakening, they know you would gladly be there by their side, walking them through it, holding their hand, but they know they've been called, they've been guided by spirit, that they have to do this alone, and they can't drag you down into that energy because you've already done that. You've already mastered that. You've come out of that energy. So depending on what you're being guided to, Divine Feminines, it may be time for you to go put all that energy back into yourself. And if you're experiencing love from someone else, that unconditional love, it's connected to God. It's connected to Source. Therefore, it's connected to your twin. All love, it's just universal. It's just energy. It is all unconditional love. When you think about it, you share a soul with this person. So any love that you experience on this journey, that's love going into him as well. Any love he experiences on this journey, that's love going into you as well. So Spirit really wants us to get out of the black and white thinking around 3D relationship where it's this, well, it's either you or no one else, and territorial is the word that's coming up, but I don't think that's quite the word I'm looking for, but that yeah, it's something around feeling like you have ownership over this person, like this person can't love or be with anyone else, like you can't love or be with anyone else. And that is not what this connection is here to teach Earth. That's not what it's here to teach us. It's not about possession. It's about freedom and sovereignty. And if you're really coming from your higher self in these situations, you'll know when it's correct. You'll know when it's truthful for you. I promise you that you will. So, Divine Masculines, what I want to say to you is don't fret. Don't worry that you've missed your opportunity. Don't feel like you need to be in this rush to get back to your Divine Feminine if you haven't quite done the healing. So don't skip steps in this awakening, in this journey. Don't try and cut corners because you are being guided and supported so much in this connection, and it is about you really, really purifying yourself so that you are ready to be this teacher side by side with your Divine Feminine. And Spirit really wants you to be ready for that. So it's important that you experience and go through what you need to go through and trust that it's all in divine timing. And even if in the 3D it feels like your Divine Feminine is slipping away, she's moving on, know that this bond is unbreakable. This union is unbreakable. This union is happening. Okay, so let's get a little bit of Starseed Oracle guidance about the union. Anything you can tell us right now about the union energy, Spirit? What would you have us know? Ooh, that was 2 cards. Wow. Oh my God, that's beautiful. I've never actually pulled these cards before. This deck is fairly new to me, but wow. Oh my God. Oh, I love how that happens. Okay, I'm just looking to see what other cards have come up because a bunch of cards fell out. Cracked open, messenger, weight of the world. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to put those ones back. Bottom of the deck, the void. Yep, we've been getting the void. So this is the great cosmic wound. This is the magic dark. This is that space of absolute darkness right before the manifestation comes through. And this is a huge part of this journey, and it's necessary. It may not feel good, but it is 100% necessary. I'm just putting these cards up so that you guys can see what is on the table. All right. Wow. This is the card that popped out at me first. Fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites. Extremes of life. Wow. Fall into my arms. This is powerful energy. This is cradled. I'm hearing the word cradle. I'm hearing the word surrender. Spirit wants both twins to fall into the arms of this connection, to fall into the arms of this love, to be held by this love, to be rocked by this love. Because this is in the union energy. So, wow. This is really powerful. When you're feeling that indecision, when you're feeling that doubt, when you're feeling that fear, when whatever you're experiencing right now directly in your journey, divine masculine and divine feminine, know that this love is holding you. It is carrying you. This is what is moving you forward. So if you're being guided to be moved forward, that it feels like you're moving away from your twin, know that it's impossible to do that. You are always being held by the other. You are being held by your soul. You are being held by God. Fall into my arms. It's like surrender. Surrender to this love. Trust this love. Jump in. Jump in, twins. Wow. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Wow, I just dropped the card, which feels profound. How am I going to get this? Okay. There we go. I got it. All right. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm going to go to the book. I want to see what the book has to say. But I'm really feeling, I love when this happens. It's like the message that was coming through. Because Grant, you have to understand, I just deliver the message. I don't like hearing those messages either. Like the messages of, okay, maybe be with a soulmate, maybe move away. But I just channel. Whatever spirit wants me to relay to you guys, that's what I say. So I'm not intentionally trying to trigger you, but I just love how it's almost like once you are open and once you are available for the possibility that you're surrendering this person, you're surrendering your counterpart because you're putting yourself first and you're putting yourself first. That's when Spirit's like, okay, beautiful, here's your reward. Jump in. Here's the love of your life. Here's the truest form of love. And here it is right for you. Fall into its arms. But this was like the last lesson in this darkness. I need you to surrender this, is what Spirit is saying. I need you to let this go and give it to me. Give it to God. Give it to God and trust. Give this person to God. Give this struggle to God. Give this fear. Give the fears, divine masculine, is what I'm hearing. Divine masculine, give your fears to God. And if you are having a hard time still trusting God, look to your divine feminine as a beautiful beacon of light and hope who carries that within her body. And you carry it as well, divine masculine. But in doubt, it's a lot harder to see ourselves than it is to see someone else. So if you are still having a struggle with God, look to your divine feminine. She will show you everything you need to see. Okay, jump in. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It's believed that Andromedan starseeds are a group of beings who love their freedom. Very adaptable, they have a strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow. To find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and jump right on in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is leap. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on Earth rarely is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory. And once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life, to seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability and find a way to be calm in the chaos. You didn't come to Earth to be passive, you came to Earth to truly live. Now take a good run up and leap. Leap. Wow. Wow, twins. Leap. Oh, and then this beautiful card. This is about the Great Mother. Falling into her arms and being supported. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. Wow. Wow. Okay, and that was only 2 of the cards. Okay, now let's go to lifting the veil. Questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Yes, beautiful. So divine masculines, this may be coming up very prevalent for you at this time. As you awaken, you start to recognize what is not in harmony, what is not in alignment. And everything, you're able to view everything with fresh eyes. You see everything with truth. And anything that you were kind of acting out of previously that was not in alignment with your truest divine nature, or wasn't supporting that, people, places, things that weren't supporting that, it's time to let that go. And you know that. This is work, divine feminines, that you've been doing for a while. But this is kind of that gentle reminder, like if there's any last areas that you haven't, what I'm hearing is if there's people, places, or things in your life that you've really been putting off, making that final, like letting that final let go moment, like finally letting this thing go that you know you need to, you felt it, you know it deep down, but you really have been resisting it and holding off until you finally can't, What I'm hearing is there's actually divine feminines that are like, why do I have to let everything go if he's not or she's not, if your divine masculine isn't? Because it's felt like the divine feminines have been very isolated, very disconnected from the 3D, not really able to enjoy their life or live their life fully. And they're just, if they're viewing their divine masculines on social media or whatnot, and they're like, okay, but this guy looks like everything's fine. He's just living his good old life. Nothing's really changed for him. That's an illusion, divine feminines. That's an illusion, and that's a lie, and that's not the truth. But as you fully let go, you empower him to do the same. So if there's any resistance that you have around that, now is the time, because you guys are both in this portal energy. This is an opportunity. The doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. It's all happening. As soon as this energy of this void clears, the void is clearing out a space for this portal. You can almost see it in this card. There is portal energy there. Can you see those colors? I mean, you decide, it says. So you are a fully sovereign being. You always have the power of choice. And I'm talking to both of you. You step through this door. You step through this initiation. The rewards are coming. The blessings are coming. I want to read this one as well. This is going to be a longer reading than I anticipated. Okay. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. The universe is saying, yes, you have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is the time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. Wow. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into the new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported. Use this energy and jump right on in. Wow, we're getting that, like, jump in portal. It's really such similar messages. It's like you're held, you're supported. The Divine Mother is here. Your twin is here. This love is here. You're supported by this. Really keep clearing the space of anything that's standing in the way for these unions. And then you're supported. So jump in, say yes, go, take initiative. Take the lead, divine masculines. It's your turn. And that's not coming from like a tit for tat energy. That's just the divine masculines, emperor energy that you're here to embody. All right. I'm going to go to tarot. And let's just get some tarot for the Divine Masculine. How is the Divine Masculine feeling right now about their Divine Feminine? Oh my goodness, hold on. Shuffle. Let me start this again. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to take that because that came out. Though I saw the Wheel of Fortune briefly, so I will let you know. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. So in this card, there is some sadness around this. There's some sadness around the awareness and the knowing of this connection. There's some inner child sort of pain and longing. There's a deep pull to be with the feminine at this time. We're getting the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a knowing that this new beginning with her is what you want, Divine Masculines. You know this is what you want. You're planting seeds for the future here with the Seven of Pentacles, but there's a pause. I saw the Hanged Man several times in my shuffle, as well as the Two of Swords, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune. So there's almost this, it's almost like this pause from actually moving forward into this new beginning at this time. And I feel it's because of this dark night of the soul that you are experiencing, that you, like I was saying before, you're needing to be patient. You're needing to trust that you will be released from this hold. You will be released from this pause at the exact right time for when it's time to move forward. So process any of these feelings, any of this pain. You may be struggling getting good sleep at night. You may be having crazy dreams. You may be seeing your Divine Feminine everywhere, getting the signs, synchronicities. You may be in some challenging energy at this time, and that's exactly the reason why you're being held back from this reunion right now. But know that this is not going to be for long. It's not going to be for long. Spirit wants to make sure that you are fully ready and initiated to come together as this wise teacher. Okay. Wow. All right. So for feminines, how are they viewing the masculine? We have the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So you are feeling a little bit stuck. You are feeling a little disempowered, like you don't have the ability to move this forward to this sun that you know is there, to all this love, abundance, prosperity, gifts, connection, just all the good things that you know is possible and that you know that you want, because you feel as if you are almost kind of having to wait for this other person, which is why that indecision has been coming up for you, Divine Feminines, and kind of it's almost impatience of like wanting to move quicker than Spirit's allowing. I'm really feeling that the holdup and the pause in these connections at this time is not because of the twins. Meaning it's not because you guys are doing something wrong. There's not a standstill. There's not blocked, stuck, stagnant energy. It's Spirit. The Divine is saying, I promise I am delivering this to you, but we need to make sure we're fully ready. So we're taking our time. We're making sure we're dotting our T's, crossing our I's. No, dotting our I's, crossing our T's. I don't know, whatever. We're really making sure that it's in alignment and then it's matured, that energy is matured. The Divine Feminines are getting the Two of Pentacles. So you really are working to balance and harmonize in your material worlds. You really are working to be that provider for yourself, working through abundance, working through any sort of imbalances that may have been present in your material world. And that could relate to kind of letting go of anything that's remaining that's not quite in alignment anymore that you may have been putting off. But I'm also hearing that this is you working to maintain and steady yourself in this inner union within, this balance. So your divine masculine within is online for you, your divine feminine within is online for you, and you're really being supported at this time. You're supporting yourself. You're becoming your own best friend, your own hero, your own knight in shining armor. And that's part of this feminine rising that's occurring on Earth right now. And that's really beautiful, divine feminines. You're also feeling like you almost can feel that your divine masculine is not quite in this balance. You can feel a chaotic juggling energy around him at this time. And it's because he's going through this transformation in this dark night of the soul. And he's really, he's having to work very, very hard right now on all of the things he may have been avoiding for a long time. You're also feeling like this Six of Pentacles, this reciprocity, this give and take, this equal, balanced energy it's what you're desiring from your masculine, and it's what you're desiring from this connection, because you know that you have a lot to give, but you also want to be very careful to not repeat the past and over giving and giving more than you're receiving or more than you're even able to give, kind of tiring and exhausting yourself. So you are communicating with Spirit and letting Spirit know, give it to me real this time, give me the good stuff this time. And Spirit saying, yes, we hear you, we agree. And that's why there is kind of like a pause before, because divine feminine, you've been there when you were in those dark nights of the soul. You weren't able to fully give in a way that you wouldn't have been able to give. And if you were with someone at the time, or just the people that you were interacting with or engaging, going through your awakening, that you're not fully present, and you're not meant to be. You're not meant to be able to give to other people in that way when you're going through this, because all your energy and attention needs to be on yourself, and that's exactly where the divine masculines are at. All right, angels, let's get a card for the divine masculine. Let's get a card for the divine feminine. This is the Romance Angels deck. Divine feminine card, please, Spirit. Wow, okay, that's a lot. Okay, we're going to take them all. I love that. And then I'm going to grab a card from this deck for the union energy. What advice do you have for the union? Where is this union at right now, Spirit? Union energy. Wow, that's so interesting. I've gotten that card quite a bit. I'll share with you in just a second. Okay. All right, so let's go here. So divine masculines, a card for them, Romance Angels, past life relationship. You have known each other before. So divine feminines, if you were questioning at this time, does the divine masculine know the depth of this relationship? Are they aware of this connection? Do they know? Are they getting it yet? Spirit is wanting you to know and confirming that yes, they are getting it. And divine masculines, for you, this is Spirit just confirming. So if you were doubting or you had any fears, this is Spirit confirming for you that yes, you have known each other many times. You have walked this path many times before. You are connected beyond anything that can be explained in this material world, and this connection is unbreakable. Really, this is an unbreakable bond. Divine feminine, you are getting give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So for any that were, it's so funny how Spirit will like give a message and then say, and then, kind of like take you for a loop. So if anyone was kind of in this feeling of needing to walk away, Spirit is saying, don't walk away yet. Don't let go yet. If you are feeling like you want to walk away, then it is an invitation and a call for you that you have some forgiving to do. You have some forgiving and some learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So divine feminines, you are really being invited into forgiving and healing any last remnants that you have that you're holding on to in this relationship from the past. We're also getting let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So Yeah, it's this needing to know, it's this wanting things to work out a certain way on a certain timeline, and Spirit is really asking you, begging you actually, Divine Feminine, please trust me, let go and let God. Trust me and let go and let God. I got this, I got you, I'm with your Divine Masculine, I'm with you, and I'm working through this, and I promise you that this union is coming. In the union energy, we're getting some really interesting energy. We're getting keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So what I'm really hearing with this card is it's about keep an open mind of how things could unfold and shift and change. There could be rapid change, rapid succession, faster than you could have ever imagined or that you ever would have thought. So Spirit, the Divine is really like, I know you want to control this. I know you want all the answers. And I know Divine Masculines, you want to be able to make sense of this all in your mind. You want to be able to understand this deep, powerful, spiritual past life connection with your mind. But Spirit's like, nope, sorry, you cannot. This cannot be understood that way. So Spirit's asking you to let go of anything you thought you knew about love, about this connection, about relationship, and just let go and let God is what I keep hearing. It's like there's nothing more for you guys to do at this point, twins, as far as nothing more for you to do in relationship to getting this person and this, making it happen. You will be guided at the exact moment in time when it's time to do something. So Divine Masculine, when it's time to step forward, when you are being released from this energy to move towards this new beginning, you will be guided. You don't have to stress. You don't have to fret. Divine Feminine, you will be guided if it is time to move or step onto this path or go here. You don't need to stress. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to fret. You will always be guided. We are also getting this message of let your friends help you. And I actually got this in a personal read earlier today. So it's interesting because this card doesn't come out very often, but it says ask for and accept support from others. So, with twin flame connections, you want to be really careful who you let into it and who you share it with. And I usually recommend make sure that they're another divine counterpart, that they're on a twin flame journey. But I actually feel, because in the personal reading, what it was around is it was actually for a divine masculine, and it was share. Like, stop trying to keep all this inside. Stop trying to bottle up all your fears and worries about this other person. Like, if there's someone that you really trust and knows your heart, maybe knows your divine feminine and is very neutral and or very supportive, they can help you. Share your fears, share your concerns, talk to them about this connection and get it off your chest, and you're probably going to feel a lot better and a lot supported. And just having this other neutral person hold that space for you and be able to kind of like mirror back to you is going to give you a lot of peace. And I am talking to you as well, Divine Feminines, if this resonates. I also feel that for this, it could be around getting support, getting an energy healing, getting a coaching session, getting a tarot reading, like something that feels supportive and you're being really guided to. It's like, let others help you, because at this point on the path, we're in this void, and this is really one of the most challenging places, but we're really nearing the end. We're really nearing the end of this journey, or no, not the end of this journey, the end of the separation. And that's when things can get kind of like more challenging. So it's a time to call in support. It's a time to ask for guidance and to fall into my arms. Wow, that card is just so beautiful. All right, twins, I'm going to leave it there. I'm actually exhausted. So I wonder if this reading, I've done 2 other readings today, so yeah, fair enough. But, I am tired. If you are a divine feminine and or a divine masculine, I feel there is tired energy in the air right now. So take care of yourself, rest, nurture your temple, nurture your body. And I will be back soon. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend. This was your weekend energetic union energy update. Wow, that was a mouthful. Okay, bye.